Hey everyone! So I know that I haven't posted a video in probably a year. I figured why not give it a shot again, and yes, I'm actually speaking this time instead of being all awkward and not speaking and adding that stupid little text at the bottom. Yeah, I decided to suck it up and talk, and this is my voice, and don't mind it because I've been sick for the past 3 days. So yeah. What I decided that I'm gonna do for this video is continue with the whole album, well, continue as if I haven't only made one video. Continue with the whole album recreation makeup, and I am going to do ATEEZ, which I know their album is literally just red with black text, but you never know, you could get a little creative with that. So, yeah. We're just going to jump right into foundation because in the previous video, which was like 12 minutes long, I showed you how I do my foundation. That has not changed over the past year. So yeah, we're just going to go straight from this to pretty foundation. I will be right back. Yep, okay, so here is bronzer, contour, foundation, blah, blah, blah. And yes, I did do my eyebrows. That hasn't changed. But I did realize, as I was putting things on, there have been a couple things that have changed. The overall process is exactly the same, but I decided I'm going to start using stick foundation instead of liquid foundation. This is Maybelline Super Stay Multi-Use Foundation Stick. Truthfully, it is a little cakey, like right under here. You can't see it because I'm recording on my laptop because I'm broke. Under here, it gets kind of cakey, like it falls into the creases of your eye. And if you were to use it all over your face, I found that it creases right at like your smile lines and everything. But for somebody that is like on a budget like I am, it's not that bad. Like, the coverage is really good, and it's a really silky, it's just really smooth. So, it comes off really nicely. Like, see? Obviously, it's lighter than my skin tone, because that's what concealer does. But yeah, it's really good, and I really like it, besides the cakiness. The other thing that changed is my foundation color, because, you know, it's winter, and I'm not pretty tan anymore. I'm nice and pale. Gotta love when the white side of me comes out. Alright, so now that the eyebrows and the foundation are done, we're going to go right into eyes. I was thinking for this look, because the album is literally completely red, we're just going to go for a red eye. Just full red. And that can be a little bit of a risk because depending on your skin tone and depending on how you put it on, you could end up looking sick because that's just, you know, when you rub your eyes or when you're throwing up or when you're sick or whatever, you get like red rings around your eyes. So like that's a risk, but it is what it is. And I am not centered, and you can see my gross vanity. It's not really a vanity, it's just a dresser. Yeah, let's fix that. So yeah, we're just gonna go straight into that. So first things first, we're gonna go in with this palette. I got this from Five Below a couple years ago. I don't find it to be too bad. The colors they're a little bit hard to blend out, but it is what it is. So we're gonna take this. See, it's got all a bunch of pretty colors. And then, I should have prepared this beforehand. On a flat brush, there it is, we are going to take this red, this really bright red, and we're going to put it right all on the eyelid. So let's go and do that. Alright, so the next step that we are going to do is, I know that I'm doing this backwards, but I wanted to try something different this time instead of just the normal crease and then the inside, because sometimes, like I said, because this doesn't blend too well, it could be, you might not even see the bright red, and that's what I want to be the focus of this. So next, we are going to take this little e.l.f. palette. I don't truly remember what these are called, but they're like e.l.f.'s most popular tiny palettes, so yeah. I'll just like leave a link in the description for it. So we're gonna take this, ooh, back layer, and we're gonna open it. We're gonna take this really deep maroon shade, and that's gonna go right up here. So what I'm actually gonna try and do to remedy that, this giant e.l.f. palette that I got for Christmas. Ooh, gotta love that reflection. How do I get rid of that? This giant e.l.f. palette that I got for Christmas like 2 years ago. It's like all of e.l.f.'s best shades or whatever. So we're gonna open this, and I'm gonna try and take this color right here. It looks more red than the other one that I just put on, and then put it on top of that, just to give it like that more red instead of like this purpley look, because I really do want it to be like red. Let's do that. Okay, it's a little redder. So I think what we're going to do is go back in with the previous color on the flat brush and just build up that color a little bit more so that it's nice and bold red. This color. Yeah, a lot more of a fan of that. Okay, it turned again. Alright, so then what we're going to do is the same shade that we just lifted, that we just put back on our eyes, we're going to go underneath. This is where you have to be careful, because if you do it too much, like I said, you're going to look sick. That's just what red does. So, be very careful with your red shades. I like to try, when it comes to red shades, not go too far to the inner corner, because if you start ringing your eyes with it, that's when you start to look sick. If you just keep it like towards the corner of your eyes, it doesn't look too bad. So, and this is also just my personal preference. Like, it's just my opinion. If you like the way that looks, then go for it. That's, who am I to tell you what to do? Good. You want it to be really bold. That's what I'm going for, is a really bold red look. Okay. So now that that is done, I think what we're going to do is we're going to take a small condensed brush, and we're going to go in with this e.l.f. palette, just the same one as the one that I used the maroon with, but in the gray shades. This black, for whatever reason, this is the best working black out of all of their e.l.f. palettes. Like, you would think that they would all be the same because it's all e.l.f., but no. This black is the best black that I have ever used. So what we're going to do is very carefully go in and just put black right in the corner, just to give that dramatic look. We're not going to go too much, because then it's going to start looking red and black versus just black, but yeah. Alright, so next we're going to go in with black pencil liner, and we're going to go right on the lower lash line just to give it that really dramatic look. Don't go all the way down because then it starts to look really, really dark, and we don't want it too dark. Like I said, the red is the most important part. So it's just to give the dramatic pop to where your eyeshadow is. Alright, and then you're going to go in with liner and give ourselves a dramatic cat line. Like I keep saying, not a lot of black, but this step is great. And this liner is Kat Von D's Tattooed. It's Dagger, so it's the one that looks like a little point like that. I love this liner. There have been so many times where I just go to work in my makeup from yesterday because the liner stays on that long. I can sleep in it and it stays on. So yes, big fan of this liner. Alright, so I know that I originally said a really dramatic one, but I think I like the sleek pointed one just because it like reminisces the lines that go across the album. Ah, I like that. Okay, so next we are going to do blush and highlight. So the blush really isn't anything, it's just blush in this like rosy color. Yeah, for this look, the blush really isn't that important, so I'm just gonna put it on to give our face some nice color. So for the highlight, I was thinking just white. And my whole thing with highlight is you don't necessarily have to use highlighter. I personally prefer using shimmer eyeshadow. This is also from Five Below, got it 12,000 years ago, so really just any white shimmer eyeshadow is fine. As long as you don't cake it on too heavily, then it won't look like highlight, or it won't look like eyeshadow. It'll look like highlight, and why not? None of us, well, I'm not, you might be, but none of us here are actual like beauty gurus who need to follow all of this makeup stuff, so just do whatever you feel like it's your makeup, who cares if it's not proper. Anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna go in with the white, this white color right here, and yeah, just highlight as usual. Nice. Alright. So for the inner corner, I think we're just going to go in with white again. Just to be safe. We don't want to start playing with like pinks and making it too pastel, like taking the boldness away from the look. So again, same palette that we used the red, we're going to go in with the white and put it right on the inner corner. Alright, so next we're just going to do mascara. I don't use false lashes. I've been thinking about it recently just because false lashes look so pretty in pictures. But no, I don't use false lashes. I just use mascara. If you're somebody that uses false lashes, then go ahead. That'll definitely make this look a lot more dramatic. Which would be great right now, but I don't own false lashes, so it is what it is. Plus, I'm somebody that has been blessed with fairly decent lashes, so I never felt the need to get false lashes. So yeah. Alright, so the last step is lips, and what I decided for lips is obviously this, before I put it on. It's just Revlon. It's called Certainly Red, and I think I bought this for when I was a cheerleader because red, black, and white were my cheer colors, and this is a very, very prominent red. Alright, and that's it. This is the ATEEZ album look. I am actually a pretty big fan of this. I think I would wear this out, just out, if I have an outfit like this. Even with this sweater, like, it doesn't look bad. I thought that the red would be a little bit too dramatic, but I think it looks kind of like, it's not as dramatic as I wanted it to be, but it's also wearable. So yeah, I love it. So yeah, that was ATEEZ's newest album tutorial, I guess you would say. I mean, I guess it's technically considered a tutorial because I told you what to do. So yeah, that was that. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed me actually speaking instead of just leaving you text and trying to figure out based off of the sped up movements what I was actually doing. So hopefully now that this turned out well and I have more control over my schedule, I can start actually making videos instead of one and then disappearing for years. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe, you know, all of that YouTuber nonsense that you say at the end of videos. And yeah, bye bye.